Thank you. So if the rest of the Finance and Performance Committee minutes could be dealt with in this, meeting could be dealt with in a similar fashion. Okay. I'm taking a risk here, Paul, but I'll get to you very shortly. Okay, item 13, Chairperson's report.
Yep. Well, we did discuss this in great detail at the Finance Committee, and we ended up with an amended resolution which was approved, which asks CCHL to report to the Council on any current considerations of its financial strategy, including its capital release strategy. And I've spoken to the chair of CCHL, and they're coming in to see Council in October to really give a detailed briefing, especially for a lot of those councillors who weren't here last time, just on a kind of broader view of how the whole thing works, what the trade-offs are, the opportunity costs and risks. So I'm quite happy with that, so I'm happy to move it.
Yep, move. Happy to second it. Yanni?
Two things. One is I did vote against it at the Finance Committee. Can I have that recorded?
It'll be in the minutes. Yep.
It'll be in the minutes.
Well, it's not. These are the minutes, aren't they?
No.
Well, this is just a report. Yeah. Okay. As long as that's just clarified. The second question is, I'm just trying to understand in terms of the report back, whether that's going to include any reference to asset sales or not.
No, I mean that's not what this is. This is asking for information, and that's what we expect to get back. So we're having a workshop first in October, and then we'll take it from there. You're jumping to a conclusion which we haven't got to yet.
Sorry, I think part of the confusion is the stuff that's been in the media prior to the chairperson's report and these resolutions coming to us, which talked about the desire to look at potential asset sales. And I just want to be really clear that, I personally would be quite horrified if CCHL were looking at asset sales without a specific mandate from the council. If they are, then, I guess they'll just tell us as part of this report back.
Well, actually, technically they can't. Their job is to provide information to the councillors.
Yeah.
And it may put up various strategies, but the council has approval rights over everything. So, you can't control what's in the media. That's just the way it goes. So, the media wants to refer to things within that context. That's the way it goes. But this is not specific. This, the last time we did this work was before the 2015 LPP. A lot of councils were not involved in that, and the world has moved on, and there's a whole different landscape to consider. That's basically the information and the work we want CCHL to do. They're going to come back and do that work with council,
including the debt program. So all of this has got to be, sequencing of these discussions is probably the important lesson learned from this one.
And quite frankly, you cannot take a fixed position on stuff. You may want to, but actually that is not our job.
But that is not what the purpose of this report is.
But I'm just sort of, so there's no point considering...
The council table is not an opportunity for a discussion along these lines. I just would like some understanding. If this is going to be debated for a long time, then
it's fine. We just answered those questions.
Well, I just also wanted to clarify. I think there was a question came through from another councillor about what the cost would be from CCHL to do this work.
It's part of their normal
work. What the cost would be? They're doing this work. They're coming to report to us.
Having a workshop.
We're having a workshop first, and they will formally report to the council on the work that's being done. It's just... This is not the resolution that went to the Finance and Performance Committee from the chair. This was resolved by the Finance and Performance Committee, and that's why it's here.
I'd just like to speak to it at the appropriate time.
Andrew?
Thank you. And just by way of clarification, this is not the recommendation that came in the Chair's report. This is a recommendation that came out of the committee. CCHL, quite rightly, is doing what you would expect CCHL to do, which is to to be confident in its own financial strategy and be confident in its ability to deliver to council's expectations. The sequencing, I think it's fair to say, was unfortunate. It would have been good if councillors had had the information from CCHL prior to considering the matters raised in the Chair's report. I absolutely agree that, you know, what may or may not have been reported in the media is as may be. Our job today is to look at the resolution that's in front of us, which is to get an update from CCHL. I think it's reasonable we would expect that. I think it's reasonable we would expect CCHL to do any work that they're doing. To me, this is very, very simple, and by approving this today, actually all we do is confirm a process which would have been happening in any case anyway.
Yanni?
I mean, I can't support this. This is something that we already have a performance reporting framework with CCHL. We've just adopted our financial strategy as a council 2 months ago, and now we're getting another briefing about a capital release strategy and some more work that CCHL is doing on its financial strategy. But the timing of this is totally related to the suggestion in the media that asset sales be considered. And I can't see why spending more money on consultants, more time and resources through CCHL, when we've got other priorities as a city, why this makes any sense at all. The concern I have is that actually the advice we've had previously around asset sales has been quite clear. We wasted, in my view, a whole bunch of money with the failed city care sale.
I'm actually going to pull you up. That's not what that's not what the resolution's about. So unless you're prepared to debate the resolution...
The only person that's used the word asset sales has been Yanni now.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Well,
this is not an excuse. I didn't want to interrupt you, Yanni. I'm really regretting actually doing this, but can you just complete your contribution?
So the reason why I'm not going to support this is I think we should be open and transparent. And if people want to have a consideration of asset sales, fine, let's get a paper around that if that's what people want. But what I don't want is for things like capital release to be used and other processes underway at the exclusion of the public if asset sales are being considered. And I would much rather have a straightforward direction to CCHL. If council wants to make a decision whether they look at asset sales, I'd rather that was the case where we could clearly indicate whether we support that or not, rather than a resolution that talks about capital release without any reference to what I think is the issue that people are wanting to raise. It wasn't me that raised it, it was raised through the media, and that's why I'm responding the way I am.
Oh, I'm just going to put the resolution.
No, there's no.
Yep.
Just
Let's move on.
Yep. Tim?
Well, actually, everyone does have a right to speak around this table,
Yeah,
so I'm just saying that the reason I'm not going to vote for this is the process. I think that the workshop with CCHL with all councillors would have been better to have prior to this coming to council, and I would have had a better understanding of what we're discussing and where the strategy is going. So that is why I'm not going to vote for it.
Right, I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. Aye. Tim and Yanni.